Welcome back to today's Bitcoin update. Hope you're doing very well here over the weekend. Bitcoin was trading here kind of around 110,900 US dollars. To be honest, there was not many movements here on Bitcoin, what we also expected here. But we're starting the next week here with important data coming out on Wednesday and on Thursday. And these data, especially the CPI data, can potentially have a big impact on the market. Altcoins performing here a little bit more solid over the weekend. Altcoin season index is here on 61. But the real focus should be here on Bitcoin because we are here, especially on the 1 hourly chart, on a consolidation phase here on Bitcoin between 110,000 US dollars and 112,000 US dollars. And there are some key liquidation zones in top of us and also below us. So make sure to stick around, subscribe to the channel, even also give directly here likes. So scroll down, give a like for the video, and let's directly start here in our Bitcoin analysis. Right now here on Bitcoin, we are in a very clear sideways consolidation move here on Bitcoin in between 110,000 and 112,000 US dollars, even also here on our downtrend, which we are breaking here to the upside. Hopefully also to reclaim here this high. So next key resistance zone is here on 113,000 US dollars. We also was talking around this pattern here already before. So we have here an inverse head and shoulder pattern. For me, it's kind of like invalidated because we are not able to get here straight into higher levels, but we are respecting here on the 1 hourly chart our uptrend to the upside. So we didn't make here lower lows, especially over the weekend. Was very important that we are not making here lower lows at 109,300 US dollars. We keep exactly the structure on track, so we're kind of also on the way to get here in our next resistance zone over 113,500 US dollars or 400 US dollars. So this is the key zone we definitely have to watch, especially over the next coming days here. Also there we have a lot of liquidity sitting. So as you can see here, this is exactly the zone we have our liquidity sitting on top there. 114,500 up to 14,000 US dollars. Even if we are going here to the to the 3 daily chart on the liquidation, we can see there's some liquidity left also here on 112,000 US dollars. So it's potentially get here in a new short squeeze. So if we are breaking potentially here 112,000 US dollars, there could be also get a short squeeze in direction of 114,000 US dollars. And we talked already about our next trade position. Next trade position would be here waiting to break our neckline on the inverse head and shoulders pattern. In my opinion, the pattern is more invalidated because we are getting way too much sideways move here over the weekend. But it's still fine as long as we are respecting here our upside move here to the upside. We should be already good. Because if we are count is not like a head and shoulders pattern, we can also remove it here right now. We would form here something like a triangle. So we can form it like here. To the upside, support to the downside, and at least in direction of this coming week we should see a breakout also on this pattern, so we can kind of decrease here our breakout zone. Target zone would be all the way up if we are breaking out here on the 1 hourly chart. Target would be here around 100, almost the same, 120,000 US dollars to the upside. So trade target doesn't change here anymore. So trade target doesn't change here. So this is exactly what we're having watching out now. If we are getting here the final breakout here in direction of 114,000 US dollars, break this especially with volume, we should be all the way fine to get here in direction of 120,000 US dollars as a new trade scenario. So here you have directly a limit order setting. I would not enter before we see here a retest. Be going here one more up, testing one more down, and then breaking in direction of middle of the week out of our triangle here to the upside, which gave us then the target of 120,000 US dollars. Have also in mind in the middle of the week there will some data coming out. I show you in the beginning of the video. CPI data will coming out on Thursday. So maybe we can see together with these data coming out bullish for the crypto market, see this breakout here to the upside. So this is definitely a trade scenario we should here keep in mind. Trade entry here around breaking the triangle here to the upside, $113,300. Wait at least there for a retest, because could be already one more move here to the downside. But as long we are respecting here our support line to the upside, there's nothing about to worry. When we then have a look on the 4-hourly chart on Bitcoin, we see it's kinda a little more bearish here to the upside, because we already got yesterday a retest of our rising wedge to the upside, and price target of the rising wedge would potentially be here the ground here around $107,000. So there could be also a scenario that we are getting here one more push here to the upside, fake out all these persons who want to go here in the potential long position, and then came all the way down, fill the target of $107,500, which also here very likely in alignment with our big resistance line here on this kind of range here, $114,000, also kind of this resistance line over there. So at least if we're getting here the break in this direction and then the retest in direction of the more continuation move to the downside, should be also be in the cards that we potentially get here one more move here to $107,000. This is exactly the reason why I would wait for a breakout. So at least wait here for the triangle for the breakout. Trade only the retest, because if we are not able to retest our resistance line or keep it then to the support line, our trade scenario would be invalidated, and getting here more in direction of this rising wedge in direction of $107,500. Even also have a look on the 50 moving average here, especially on the daily chart, as we talked here many times. Key zone is here $113,000. The 50 moving average on the daily chart is exactly sitting around this kind of level. So at least we have to break here this key resistance line to the upside to see more higher prices, especially when you're going also on the 15-minute chart. We can see here in a little bit lower time frames, we flipped already the 50 moving average and 200 moving average here to the upside. This is the only good part about the weekend. After we saw this massive sideways move over the weekend, like zero price action here or zero movements, we just move here around $111,600 to, let's get here price range. So the price range over the weekend was kind of around less than $1,000. So we definitely have to see here now a little bit more volatility came in the market. But the good part about the weekend, we was able to hold here the 50 moving average on the 15-minute chart, and even also hold the 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart here, which is kind of super bullish here for us, especially on the lower time frames. If you want to go here in the scalp position, wait here for retesting the 50 moving average or the 200 moving average, and then you can get also here in the short scalp position. Trade this all the way up here in direction of $111,500. So it's a kind of scalp trade here you can do. I'm even also still in my trade here on Bitcoin. This trade is still running. My take profit is here set around at $122,500. As soon we're breaking here the last highs, especially like $117,000, I will also adjust my position. We'll put a little bit more leverage inside and even also scale the position here directly up to the upside. Also, my Dodge position is doing here well. We are here in profit. I scale it already up. Now we are 600% in profit here on my Dodge position. Even also XRP doing well. We're also here on 70% in profit, doing this on 10x leverage. So as soon we are getting also the next break here on XRP to the upside, we can also scale our position here to the upside. For getting here in the new position for XRP, definitely wait here as we see it right now in direction of our resistance. So at least if we are able to retest our resistance line here to the upside, build it as support and get the perfect breakout, target would be here around $3.64. So this is exactly also my take profit sitting over there, and at least if we are breaking here $3.14, I will also scale up my position like crazy in direction of the next highs here on XRP. So here we go. Our trades doing very well. Bitcoin is here doing good, 8% in profit. Also XRP is doing 17% in profit. Our Dodge position is here already scaled up, doing very well here. We can also have a look here on Dodge. As you can see, perfect trade entry as we broke here our resistance line to the upside. we will hold this trade definitely in direction of the next highs. And there we go. We also have the next trade up setting here right now, so you can even go in a short scalp position here on the 15-minute chart right now if we are holding the 50 moving average to the upside. But a more safer entry would be here breaking out in direction of 114,000 US dollars. Our triangle our triangle here to the upside with the price target of 120,000 US dollars. And that's basically all from the video today. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, be part of our Telegram group. There we'll also share here many updates about our trades. So I will even also post later when I scale up my Bitcoin position, when I scale up my XRP position. Don't forget to also be part in our Telegram group, and then we see in the next video tomorrow.